Petrovna in race 2. Now moving in, Melody Secret goes up there, has completed the lineup. Set, ready, racing. And off the inside, the first to get going is Shadow Shifter, jumping away well, Kazkazi. Also nice and handy on the outside, Melody Secret, just trying to slot across, but unable to do so. Fires up there and is stranded 3 deep as he tries to ease back. Over on the inside is Power of St. George, quickly going through. Melody Secret still racing very keenly. Igarashi settled up there, running 5th on the outside. From Petrovna, also inclined to race a little bit keenly. Joined over on the inside by a Slow Train coming. And then came Real Beauty, followed further back by My Hidden Journey and Praying with God last. 550 left to travel. Up nearing the home corner they come. Shadow Shifter is the leader by a length and a half to Kazkazi. Power of St. George. Third down on the inside. Melody Secret sitting wide throughout. Right behind them came Petrovna. And followed by Slow Train coming. Power of St. George, the big fellow, cuts right back towards the cutaway. And also running on there with it as well as My Hidden Journey. Real Beauty is finishing strongly right down the outskirts of the track with 150 left to go. Shadow Shifter is the leader. Power of St. George and Real Beauty is the one wide out. Real Beauty, Power of St. George, they'll split it, locked together, and the big fellow just got there. Power of St. George. Power of St. George still pretty raw and green. One from Real Beauty. Shadow Shifter third home, and behind them Kazkazi. Also there is My Hidden Journey, and near the inside Slow Train coming. Melody Secret endured a tough run. Praying with God, Igarashi are the next of them home, and dropping out to finish amongst the tail enders is Petrovna. Number 3 is the winner, Power of St. George, Paul Harvey. He lifted this big, raw-boned looking type. Real Beauty coming from off the speed for Pike down the outside. But it was Power of St. George, probably looking for a bit further than the 1200 there. He took some time to wind up there, the big fellow. And he's come on at his second career start to just hold on from Real Beauty, ridden by William Pike, and one Shadow Shifter, Christy Bennett. Fourth goes to Melody Secret, and that was a really gritty run. 3 deep, punched up there, no cover at any real point in the race. Got fired up a bit as well in the early stages when Brown tried to ease back behind them, but she did stick to a task. 3, 9, 1 and 8 placings. My Hidden Journey in 5th spot. The winner, Power of St. George, is by Patronise from Dane K. And what a good mare she was. For David, Jenny Harrison, BJ Bell, NW Shaw, G and Dar Mills, Miss K Vidalich, B Keefe, and Mrs ML Shaw, trained by David Harrison, handled by the Pontiff, Paul Harvey. Wins by a head. Real Beauty second by I Am Invincible from Real Charm for Peters Investments. W Pike the rider for Grant and Alana Williams. And a half length away third, number 1 Shadow Shifter, a 3-year-old son of Kendall Star from Stella Vane for Mike Santich. Miss T Brown, trained by Mike Santich and ridden by Christy Bennett. Time is 1:12.61 and the 600 split is 35.36. So he settled up there, the big guy on the inside. He appreciated that cutaway when it became a little bit more roomy. He's a big type of a horse, a rangy style of 3-year-old, pretty raw, pretty new, but also possesses plenty of talent. The third, the pre-fashion platform handicap over 1200, due at 2:59. No changes there to the next on the card as we take you back down to Brittany Taylor joining us in the winner's enclosure.
Thanks, Darren. I've got David Harrison, and David, he had to justify his odds-on quote there. What were you thinking throughout the run?
He was travelling well, and there was a reasonable pace in the race, so I thought he'd be right there with him when the whips are cracking. But you know, like deep down, I know he's going to be a really nice horse in 12 months' time. He's a big, gangly, raw-bone sort of horse, and doesn't know what it's all about yet. Do you think he'll be more effective over a further trip? Oh, for sure. Yeah, he needs a mile, at least a mile. You know, like he's so well. We can give him one more run and turn him out, and that'll do him. Let him grow. Is he above average, this horse? Yes, he is. Yes.
Are we anticipating a Saturday horse in the future?
I don't think this preparation, but yeah, I think when he grows, when he muscles up, he'll be a nice horse, yeah.
Looking forward to see that development. Well done.
Good on you, thank you.
David Harrison, trainer of Power of St. George, and exciting there, Pete, that there's still a fair bit of development to come with this horse.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that form line coming out of that Euro Trip race does look pretty strong so far, and we saw the horse do a little bit wrong on that occasion, but certainly today it looked gone for all money, but once it really found its rhythm there late going towards the line, it was obviously the strongest going through the post there, so looking to see this horse pop up later this year, potentially.
Yeah, obviously David Harrison suggesting just one more run this time, and then I think it's definitely a Saturday horse in the making. And with those 3-year-old features, we're on the lookout for the better class of 3-year-olds at the moment to go forward towards those bigger races at the end of the year.
Well, exactly right. Well, we've already establishing a couple of nice 3-year-old form lines just early in this season so far, and we've seen a couple of them just come to the fore here on Wednesdays over the last couple of weeks.
Well, a lot of the trainers seem to be using this Wednesday as a bit of a stomping ground to get that easy kill and trying not to test their horses too much against some really hard opposition, and they're getting that, I guess, confidence out of the Wednesday meeting and their horses that certainly could be ones to follow later in the year.
Exactly right. Well, we've got another form line here with Eurotrip. We'll see that again later in the card, but until then, here's Paul Harvey just weighing in now.
He certainly is. We'll jump off those scales and we'll get a word from Paul, who has ridden this horse both at its trial and now to both career starts. Paul, congratulations on the win. David indicating this is a horse that's going to need further. Does that impress you of what he was able to do today over a shorter trip?
Yeah, I think he just needs racing. He was backing out of the position he's in, and he was short and stride and was just trying to back out the whole race until he got a little bit of room. So once he becomes a racehorse, you know, there's plenty of upside there.
Makes your job a little bit tough. You really had to seem to get stuck into him on the corner.
Yeah, I'm in need of a run as well.
Well, hopefully you'll come through the run nicely and strip fitter for the run. Well done.
Yeah, cheers.
Paul Harvey there, rider of Power of St George. David Harrison preparing, taking out the second here at Belmont.